I was in the mental hospital. The only thing I did was make paper stars. So I spent 12 to 16 hours every day just making paper stars.
I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across that video that you just saw. I felt a overwhelming sensation of sort of like dread when I saw that video, and I was curious to go into the comments and see what others thought of it. It was more along the lines of, this is beautiful, this is healing, you should make a tutorial on it. I want to make stars. Maybe you should sell them, and sort of those sort of encouraging comments, which is, yeah, fair enough. But it did not match. I did not see even one comment that matched what I was feeling, what reaction I had while I saw that video. Of course, whatever I'm going to talk about is not a reflection on the person. I think it's more of a reflection on me and how I perceive things. It reminded me of the Sisyphus myth, right? A man condemned to roll a boulder uphill only for it to roll back down every time. And he's cursed to do this for eternity. People, when they usually talk about the myth of Sisyphus, they point to the meaninglessness of that. I don't think it's just the meaninglessness of that that gives it the horror of it or the pain of it. I think it is the lack of closure. When I saw this video, I was not able to verbalize particularly what I felt. The first thing that came to my mind was a demon chasing a person, and their only way to survive that was to make stars. And when they make stars, this light envelops them and they can no longer see the demon. But then she starts feeling tired. Her hands starts feeling sore, which she mentions in the video, where she says, like, I kept making them until my fingers were sore. And she stops, and the bubble breaks, and the demon chases her again. And if you take, for example, a psychological horror movie or a series, that's exactly the sort of core mechanism they employ, right? It's got all the stages of it. Externally, it just looks like, oh, soft paper, calm hands, and colorful, neat piles of stars. But internally, it's like compulsion as a containment, constant regulation effort. I by no means say that she is feeling this. I mean, like, if I'm a human and I'm standing on her shoes and trying to, visualize what that might feel like, this is what I can visualize. This feeling is such an uncanny, dystopian feeling, right? This overproduction is a sign of distress. Of course, in psychology, a lot of grounding exercises involves in repetitive behavior, especially when you're having like overwhelming emotions. It helps regulate them. They give structure, predictability. They give mind something to hold on to. It makes the internal experience feel less chaotic. So the act in itself is not horrifying. The act in itself is not wrong. In many cases, it's adaptive. What is uncomfortable about it is that the behavior becomes the primary way to stay regulated. Stopping it feels unsafe, not uncomfortable, unsafe. That's horrifying.